Well, I did a video yesterday, which I was going to put on YouTube last night, but I fell asleep because I'm tired. Been working on this clearing right here, and this would be like part 2, I guess, from yesterday. And yeah, I know I'm wearing the same color shirt, but it ain't the same shirt. So I went ahead and took down that big cedar that I was looking at yesterday. I wore a size 15 double E boot, and that's measured. It's about 20 inches across on that stump, and I'll put a picture on. I'll put a picture on there whenever I make this video. Trying to. Yesterday we quit. I don't know, about 3:30, 4 o'clock, just because it's stifling hot, and it's hot again today. But if you've watched the first video, you need to watch the first video to even understand what I'm talking about, but watch the first video. So, clearing for a sanitary sewer line through here, and those 4 big trees up there still have to go. This one here has to go. And like I said, these are just too big for me to mulch. There was another big boat arc right here that I just got through laying waste to. It was a little bit bigger than I wanted to mulch, but need the room for the track hoe. And like I said, I'm way out of my limits of clearing going over this way, but I need the room to get in here and work. So I was undecided. Yeah, here's another. This is a boat arc right here, and again, I wore a 15 double E boot, so you can get any kind of reference on how big that tree was. And I did it with the 95 and the Lofness battle axe. That's just a bad machine right there. I know it's not a Prime Tech or a print off or anything like that, but for what I do, it does pretty good. I was debating on trying to dive off in here and do anything with this, and I thought I might try to come in from the backside of the creek yesterday. And I did a little more clearing back there this morning, and I contemplated it, but I just dove off right down here and went through this dip that I'm standing in, and went up and across, and just kind of jawed on all of this. And right about where I'm standing right now, you can see that there's white flag there and there. That's the limits of the clearing. So, and the survey guy said he marked it wide, so I'm just gonna do what I can do here. So these 2 here have to go. We'll probably take that cedar right there out, even though it's outside the limits. We'll probably take it out. This one right here in front of me will have to go. And like I was saying on the first video, I thought about coming across right here, and I did try it this morning, but without doing a little dirt work, it's hard to do. There's where I tried coming up it with the tracks, and it just skid steer didn't really want any part of it. It's just a little too deep and a little too much clawing up on the other side for what I'm doing. You can kind of see what it looks like there. And cleared all this yesterday. And see, there's over there is where our clearing actually needs to be, from this flag here to that one there. But like I said, I got to take some of these big trees out, and I got to have room to work. This one right here comes out, and after I look at this flag and that flag right there, I may leave him too. I just really don't want to mess with him. That's a big tree. So I mean, you can see pretty well now. If I flat ground across here, I'd basically be done except for a couple of big trees. And this was all, this right here was all just, it looked like that over there does. I mean, it was pretty thick through here. Had a little grassy spot right here, but I'm sure the neighbors right across the creek over there have really, the multi-million-dollar neighborhood, have really appreciated me getting out here at 7 o'clock in the morning and letting that mulcher scream through these trees. But, you know, as I had to clear this to gain access to the backside of this creek, because I don't know if, you know, we're gonna have to bring Traco back here, or probably just try to get across it. Probably just try to get across it over there. I mean, the property line is right, well, I don't know where the property line is, but there's a fence right there that I'm gonna say is potentially the property line. But, you know, mulcher does a pretty good job. So this was a road right here at one point in time. You can see a track here and a track there. So just like I said, just this was reasonably cleared right here, but it wasn't super cleared. So, you know, just like I said, had to do it to gain access back here. So had to clear all of it, all the way around. So, but I tell you what, cell phones are great, but the dead gum thing never stops. It just never stops. Every day, all day. Makes me want to throw it in the path of the mulcher sometimes. But, you know, like I said, I had to cut all this yesterday to even get back in here. So that's where there's a 72-inch water line over there. But it's got a big easement. And then, well, I mean, if I was a developer and this was my property, I'd probably go ahead and thin this thing on out, you know, take much of the small stuff out, but they didn't allow for any clearing, I guess, on the deal. So, you know, I mean, it's like house pads. There's no house pads in the plans, which is pretty weird to me too. But I didn't design them. I just do like I'm told. So, you know, I mean, the whole place could benefit from this right here. And like I said yesterday's video, I know there'll be somebody that's got to put their 2 cents in about, well, those particle sizes are too big and you should process those farther and da 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 da. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Other than feel free to come out here and do it yourself, I wasn't getting paid much extra to clean a 10-foot wide access road for, I don't know, 500 feet to where I could get back in here. That was my deal. So I got it processed down to an acceptable particle size, and there you go. I mean, I can comfortably walk across it. There's no 5-foot pieces laying in it. Biggest piece is 18 inches or so, and a couple more passes with the mulcher would probably take care of it, but I ain't worried about it. If whoever buys this lot, it's gonna have to clear it anyways. So, and like I said, you know, I mean, it's just thick. Fella could probably spend, I don't know, fella could probably spend a good week in here. You know, leave the biggest stuff and, you know, thin out everything else. So if I said that was a pecan tree yesterday, I'm pretty sure it is, but it might be a hickory nut tree, but I'm not. I'm actually gonna Google the leaf sizes right now, because I don't want to lie to you, because then you won't trust me. Let's see what the hickory looks like. Yeah, no, that's gonna be a, well, I don't know. They'd give them things so tall I can't see. It looks like a pecan to me, so I'm gonna say it's a, because there's, yeah, it's pecan. Here, look, right here, pecan shells right here. I knew I was right yesterday, but I got to thinking about it and I thought, well, maybe I was wrong. Oh, pecan tree. So somebody's gonna have, and there's another one, that one that was bowed over the trail down there, that's a pecan tree too. Somebody's gonna have a heck of a pecan tree right here in their backyard, because it is right outside the limit of construction, and if somebody don't do something stupid and dig it up, I mean, that is just, mosquitoes are vicious back here. There's no wind whatsoever. I mean, look, there ain't a stitch of breeze. There ain't nothing moving. I mean, nothing. It is dead still in here. Miserable hot. So, but yeah, like I said, if you watched, you need to watch video 1 and you'll get, slip and fall and impale myself on something out here. You'll get the feel for what we were doing yesterday. And I put a few little clips of mulching some trees in there, but I mean, you know, that's a big spotter. You know, you mulch one tree, you pretty much mulch them all. I mean, other than some of these big ones, you know, like a dedicated machine would probably, you know, and that's the big plus for a dedicated machine, is it's PTO driven. A lot of them are, and it has 2.5 times the horsepower that skid steer does, and 3 times the weight. It's a whole different animal. We come right through here and just take them out. I'm a little winded. It's a lot more of an incline than you think. From where I was standing back down there to where my skid steer is, I guarantee you it's 25 feet elevation change going uphill. So getting old sucks. But hydraulic fan finally went off. You know, I hadn't had any problems with the hydraulic temperature. Engine temperature gets a little warm, but hadn't tried to overheat on me yet. And like I said, it's stifling out here today. I checked the weather earlier, and it's 12:15 now. I checked the weather earlier, and it was yeah, it's 94, feels like 104. 50% humidity. So I'm gonna take out this little patch right here, so we got room to roll these big ones around right here and call it good. But you know, it's mulching's, I mean, you know, there's a learning curve to it. You ain't just gonna get in one and be a professional every day. And I had a different model long years ago, and that was whenever they were first coming out. And, it doesn't run like this Battle Axe does. This, I'll give Lofness credit all day long. It's a well thought out machine, and they tell you that They tell you that the SVL 95 will run a, I gotta have some air conditioning. The SVL 95 will run a 72-inch mulching head, but not for what I'm doing. It won't. It's much crud on the windshield, can't see. Hey, like I said, they say it'll run a 71 or 72-inch head, and yeah, it might if you were just taking down 1 and 2 inch stuff all day. But as you can tell, I get into some 20-inch plus stuff, and the machine ain't got enough horsepower. You could probably put it on a TL12 that's got 120 horse, and that's the funny thing. TL12 runs the same engine as the 95, but the 95 doesn't bump the horsepower that the TL12 does. You know, that's how you make things better. You got to see the guys that are pushing the limits and see how the machine reacts and go from there. But like I said, without that roof cooler, we'd be shut down hydraulic temperature every 20-30 minutes. It's just too stinking hot. But I can run. I mean, I've been running steady since about 7:15 this morning. I just shut down 15 minutes ago to talk to y'all, and I've been running steady for 4.5 hours basically, and it's just getting hotter and hotter and hotter, and no temperature problems. So like I said, Loft Nest has got my vote, and they've dang sure got my business for you know, this forestry equipment. So good stuff.